right now a lot of the news is devoted to election, post-election, and so on. Music for Relief is currently focused in Haiti for the relief efforts there, and that affected the southern states as well. But just because you watch the news and the only thing going on is the election, that doesn't mean that the rest of the world is stopped. A lot of crazy stuff is going on, and the people of Haiti actually still really need our help. So, I mean, at least for me, like that's one place that I like to, kind of focus people's attention.
Not about the world that they will inherit and what I want it to look like. I want my children to live in a world where people don't turn their backs when a neighbor is in need, even if that neighbor lives halfway around the world. I want them to grow up in a world where they feel empowered to help others and where they have a sense of hope that they can share in times of despair. And I know that one of the inroads towards instilling that compassion is through music. Now, music is often spoken of as a universal language, and I can attest to that as a listener, as an artist. But what is often overlooked is the great context of music, the communal experience of sharing a song or a concert, and the connection created between people who know nothing about each other except that they both love the same song or artist, and the deep and powerful emotion stirred up when something about a sound or a lyric tells you that you're not the only one. In that sacred context of community, it's our job as artists and leaders to shine light on the great human connection that we all have, a connection that, once you see it, you are innately compelled towards compassion. Because once you're part of a community, no matter how big, you feel no choice but to reach out your hand to help struggling members of your family. And in that spirit and the spirit of last week, I want to again give thanks for our friends at International Medical Corps. We are grateful for your friendship, we are grateful for your support, and we are grateful you have dedicated your talents and expertise to all of those who would not have a chance without you. Thank you.
We need organizations like this to reassure us, that there is such humanitarian aid and people doing good and just taking care of people. I'm just doing a show, Tracey Ullman's show, which is going out on HBO currently. I'm doing some more of those next year, hopefully, and still doing what I do. And
It's just a group of amazing people, and it's. I come from Serbia, so we had a lot of problems with refugees. When I was a kid, we had my elementary school was full of refugees coming from Bosnia during the war, and I wish I knew these guys back then, but it's never too late. So I know that they've been working with Syrian refugees in that part of the world. So it's just a lot of things that they do that I really, really admire, and it's absolutely being foreign, being an immigrant in this country. And I mean, I consider myself a citizen of the world. I don't necessarily divide people in Americans, Serbians, Chinese, whatever, but there is definitely a need to be more aware of everything that's going on. And I think that now with these elections and everything that happened in the US, the world became much more curious about what's happening here. And therefore, it's necessary that people here become more aware of what's happening out there.
Tonight is amazing. This is such a beautiful room and such an amazing group of people. I didn't realize there's like 650 plus people here, something like that. It's amazing. So I was introduced through International Medical Corps, actually through HBO, through the Community Responsibility Program at HBO. But just learning about what they do, the places they go, helping with refugee camps, Syria, North Africa, Afghanistan. I was in Africa last year shooting a movie and actually worked with quite a few refugees from Northern Africa who had moved west. So just hearing their stories and then now seeing what International Medical Corps does and bringing the two together is an amazing thing. And so being here to me was a must. I felt like I had to be here. I hope it makes people more interested, and they definitely should be more interested. You know, I've been having this conversation with a couple of friends of mine in the last couple of weeks. Like, we're such a global community, and I think that because we've gotten so caught up in the labels of this country, that country, this country, we forget that at the end of the day, humanity is the most important thing. And so, you know, International Medical Corps, I mean, that is the embodiment of humanity, right? And it doesn't matter where the border is, they go there. No matter the disaster or the situation, they go there.
I want to help people around the world when they have no resources. I mean, I'm an actress, and I have so much compassion for all of the tragedy that goes on in the world, obviously. But I mean, what would it be like when you get sick and you have the flu and you don't have anything to take, or your headache or your fever, or, you know what I mean? And that really hits home with me, and I just really appreciate the work that they do. I have two projects that I'm extremely excited about. One called Shots Fired. It's a 10-hour movie that's coming on Fox, and it's all about what's going on in our world today with police brutality and race relations in our country. And it is dramatic, and it's sexy, and it's thought-provoking. So I'm really excited about that. That'll be out early 2017. And then another movie called American Assassin, which is based on the books by Vince Flynn. And it's an action thriller with Michael Keaton and Dylan O'Brien. And that's another one that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. So I'm excited about both.
It's quite important, because whether we like it or not, we actually have human beings staying there. It's not their fault that they got displaced. If you give them an option, they would actually go back to their homes and stuff, because we see that in the Northeast. You talk to the people, they actually want to go back to their normal lives. They want to be able to wake up on their own beds, even if they are lying on the floor or on the mat, but at least it's their home, it's their space and stuff. They want to be able to go out and go to their farm and be able to harvest whatever it is that they've planted there. But with the insurgency currently, like for the past 7 years, the farmers have not been able to go to farm. They've not been able, because they've been displaced and stuff. So they kind of lose that sense of dignity of being a human being.
Tell me about this organization and tonight's event.
Okay, well, the International Medical Corps is one of those organizations that is little known, but it has tremendous impact. We work in the most difficult areas to work in. We're in the areas where Boko Haram is, and in fact tonight's recipient works in the Boko Haram territory and of the award. So we work in ISIS territory, everywhere where the war zones are. So that's what we do. It's been very, very difficult. So and I think hopefully what will happen is, as people realize that if you don't stop and help the people that are affected by ISIS, by the Soviet Union, who's destroyed 8 of our, 8 clinics, Aleppo. You don't stop and deal with Boko Haram, you basically they're gonna expand, and so, no, I wish I could say it's getting better, it's getting worse.
We're really excited. We have a wonderful turnout for all of our honorees. And this is the year that International Medical Corps, every fall, we honor some of our biggest supporters from Los Angeles, and we also honor our people from the field. And so our work is placed all around the world, but our home base here in Los Angeles is so far away from the places we work, it's an opportunity to bring everyone together. Right, well, we say Los Angeles reaches the world. But so many international organizations are based on the East Coast. And when you look at the importance of Los Angeles, the importance of California, to the world economy, to charitable giving, we're really proud of the fact that we're headquartered here and not headquartered on the East Coast. Oh yeah, we're really excited. They've been a longtime supporter through Music for Relief. So we've had so many natural disasters over the last several years, and they are always there raising money for us right on the spot and helping us in all these natural disasters. And they've just been wonderful, and we're very fortunate that they agreed to be honored. Well, I think because we're so interconnected, and it's so easy for us to get lost in our everyday lives and not think about what's happening around the world. And because we are impacted by all the things that take place around the world, whether it's war, whether it's the 65 million refugees who are living out of their homes, whether it's natural disasters, I mean, we really are one global community, and it's important for us to act that way when others need our help.